Another show we did recently, we did a show called Zooier Than Thou. Have you guys, does this come on your radar at all?
Zooier Than Thou. I'm going to guess they're gross people who want to fuck animals.
Correct. They are zoophiles.
Has a knack for this.
And they shortened that to just zoos. We're just zoos.
Can't do that. It's already taken by a thing.
Dude, can you imagine your shame being
it's
so
a place
low?
we keep animals. Can't,
like, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
To not only not be ashamed of wanting to fuck animals, but to be like, let's make a podcast about it is unbelievable.
If you were to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be?
I feel sick even thinking about it.
I feel sick. Like,
step up your game, kitty.
I'm down. Cow. It'd be a cow.
Hang on. When you move,
it's so wrong.
First of all, I'm not gonna lie. Wings is on a good track here. Okay.
Hard disagree. Let me just say this: you can kill an animal, you can wear its skin, you can eat its flesh, you can taxidermy it, put it on your wall. But the moment I want that horse to eat my ass, suddenly I'm a criminal. All right, God damn it! All right, Mr. Ed,
you're certainly a creep.
Kyle's making strong points.
Tell that to the horse. All right, he's chomping at the bit for some more of this peach.
No, do you know why it was shameful that dude was fucking the apple pie in American Pie? It wasn't because of some. It wasn't because he was violating the virtue of the pie. It's
impossible to get the temperature right.
It's because it's impossible to get the temperature right, and because you're going to ruin a good pie, and because you're a fucking weirdo for just not
ruin a good pie. Make that pie so much better.
Yeah.
No.
Again, Taylor not being sex positive.
That's the only way I can eat apple pie now.
Fuck it.
It's the only way I can get off. That's why we're such good friends.
You busting it and Kyle eats it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these guys, Karl, they're how much detail are they going into with their animal fucking?
They go into a lot of detail. In fact, they were giving me some tips on a recent episode that I appreciate. You know, a lot of these landlords, when you're renting, you got an apartment, they want to charge you extra for a pet fee.
Yeah.
Now you're paying $50 a month for your dog or something like that. Sure. So they said, well, there's a way that you can make them a service animal. You just got to get a prescription. You can go to these places and then they can't charge you extra if it's a service animal, which kind of makes sense because I used to be in a one-bedroom apartment. My girlfriend moved in. I have to pay $50 extra a month because my girlfriend moved in. It's still the same one-bedroom apartment. And so these guys are looking at it like, well, okay, good point.
Is a service animal?
No. But I actually date humans, so I was okay. For me,
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people.
You're hetero. You date adult humans.
Yeah. But they literally said, they're like, what if you get a horse that's a service animal and you have a first floor apartment? Like you could have your horse living with you in that apartment. As long as it's housebroken.
You can house break a horse. Let me just say this right now. I can definitively.
You put one of those pads in front of the door.
You cannot housebreak a horse or any fucking cloven.
Especially if you're fucking it in the ass, it's going to have an accident. That's going to be a problem.
And you're assuming that he's topping the fucking poor fucking horse. Were these dudes? It was dudes, right?
Always dudes. Yep.
You know, see, that's how you know. Like, how could that be a successful show if you had like 3 hot chicks who were just like. All about dogs and horses and stuff. That would get some views. That would get some views.
Is this like on iTunes? Like who's listening to this?
It's on iTunes. It's on YouTube. This is what's crazy. So you talk about is it a successful show? They're on season 6 right now. They've been going a long time, and the first 50 minutes of their show is them reading emails because these weirdos are finding the show and going, finally, someone who gets me. And so they're writing in emails. How do I tell my friends? How do I
show their faces?
No.
And it's called what's the specific name?
Zooier Than Thou.
What does it look like? Do they wear masks or do they not have video?
Funny as shit if they had those furry masks.
They just use an image, so it's kind of audio only.
What kind of image though?
It's a cartoon of them as animals.
It's a cartoon of them as animals. Yeah,
of course.
Of course.
I hate this show.
But yeah, they get these people who are emailing and they use terms like coming out. So this was the most offensive thing that I heard them say.
Coming out the kennel.
They were talking about how, there was a time when homosexuality wasn't accepted and they didn't want gay marriage. And all of these weirdos use that same argument. There's like, eventually people will come around that we like to fuck horses and dogs. Yeah, that's it.
Whoa.
That's what it looks
I
like.
bet those weird creatures that there are way fitter than the hosts.
There is no way these guys have stomach.
I'm not taking that bet.
I wish that, if they were real about this, if there was just some sloppy pig over there with 3 neck beards and a dirty goat that looked too skinny but too fat at the same time, I'd
Whatever
believe
the
that.
name of that unusually large rodent is.
Look at that sexy rat with pilot's goggles on, like he's an aviator rat. In his spare time.
It's interesting you code that as sexy.
I was gonna say it's obviously a male rat that you just called sexy.
Hey, Kyle,
Look
you're
at that!
a
Look at that!
freak.
Fucking...
Clearly, the pink one is the sexy one.
Somehow they put like some belly button hair on a furry animal. Like it's a
Happy
rat.
trail, finally.
A happy trail on a rat. What's that 3 coming out of that wolf girl's mouth? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
It's a third input wolf girl.
Oh.
I'm
in for that. I didn't understand that. All right.
But I can't tell if that's a joke.
Wow.
Who knows?
Wow.
I gotta
I
say,
don't understand because I get it. The 3 on the right are the hosts. You can tell because of the anthropomorphized hands of humans. And then that one on the left, the dog with the paws, is something they want to fuck.
That's a pet. That's a dog. Yes, on the left is the dog, and the 3 on the right are anthropomorphized, like they're idealized versions of like their animal kin versions. Yeah,
that dog's slut.
There's something wrong with me because I think the 3 on the left are attractive and the one on the right is ugly.
The one on the right looks like your dog. God rest his soul.
It looks like an actor.
Man, they made this and they're like, perfect, ship it out.
This is our logo. We got it.
No. Wait, hang on a minute. Put a pink wig on mine.
And they have like,
could I be like twirling the hair and also give me heterochromia while you're at it?
Shouldn't it be
crazy? Why not?
Heterochromia. Shouldn't it be Zooier than thou uncensored?
You would think so. Yeah, they don't hold back.
The thing is over their dicks. Dude.
They could do that
with that front tail.
Right?
No,
that's the rat's tail.
You can tell because
tail.
That's like a rat, fleshy, gross tail that it would be there. And so is this guy like also an aviator? He enjoys flying around when he's not.
For our listeners in the Middle East, this is why our empire is failing.
I usually love free speech, but it's making me question.
Nothing will make you look at that Constitution with a little contempt than 20 minutes on that podcast. Jesus
I appreciate.
Christ. Not everyone should get to do what they want.
I'm 100% gonna do some deep diving on the zoo files.
Yeah, you should check it out. Before Trump bans it and says that dogs can't be non-binary, you're gonna want to see what they're up to over there.
That's one issue.
The dogs gay, and they're eating them.
You people aren't gonna believe this. They're fucking dogs. My God, everyone's talking about it. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this show one bit, but I'm also intrigued because the amount of confidence, man, I would kill for the amount of confidence that a zoophile has who wants to brag about like I imagine like it's a lot of the show. Them doing like legal hedging where they're like, if I were to fuck a horse, or is it fully like,
I bet
I'm
fully, right?
I'm banging dogs or whatever they say.
Yeah, they justify their behavior. They think that they're being very ethical. They think that the animals are consenting to all of this. Like they love animals. So they think they're doing right by these horses, well, mainly horses and dogs. Not a lot of cats, thank
horses
God,
in particular. I think I agree with the consenting thing. Like if
you're
banging a horse,
that's exactly what Karl said.
Or bear, like that, they're down with it, right? If you're doing like a chicken or a snake or something, then maybe you're doing it against their
unless
desires.
You're inserting this whole snake.
Well, my problem with cat
then
I
was
dislocating the jaw. I was doing.
He can tough it out. You know what I mean? He can deal with it.
I've seen snakes eat eggs. They can handle my junk. But
Taylor, you've never seen a lady put a whole snake inside her body?
No, if I have, it's because you sent it to me.
Taylor, I saw this one time. This lady had her whole butthole full of writhing eels.
You sent that to me. I remember it.
Dude, that's my Christmas card.
It was that Japanese. It was like a bunch of Japanese people, and she's like laying there with her ass open like a volcano that's about to erupt, and they're just like dumping a Homer's 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot of eels.
It looks like a bait bucket.
Kyle,
I hated that.
there is now a
upset
bit
me.
on my live streams. I play Elden Ring on YouTube, and we play gore or puppies. They're like, Woody, go through the chat. Go through the chat. What's the last thing Kyle sent Taylor? And then the chat just get like, I think it was gore. I think it was puppies. I think it was puppies. It was puppies. But anyway, it's now a bit.
Kyle's got me like he's got me Stockholm syndrome with his texts he sends me, because now every time he sends me a dog picture, I'm like very active and being like, heart react, love this picture, adorable. I send so much positive reinforcement about the dog stuff.
Affirmation.
And then he'll be like, hey, check out this video of ISIS beheading someone with a chainsaw. And I don't respond to that one. But it doesn't stop it. He hasn't learned by now.
I don't know if that's true. I
haven't learned by now.
I really don't feel like I've sent any gore.
You actually haven't. I'm playing it up. You've been good at that recently. There was a while you were sending a lot of that.
So
shit.
Kyle training is working then.
I guess
I don't think I ever sent
Are
what
you gonna stand
I have
for
never
that?
sent.
Do you know that
I've
you've
never
been
sent.
trained? You've been housebroken?
I would
That's
never
gore.
send what I think of as gore. I have sent some violent videos where maybe somebody gets hit by a car and dragged down the street, or a motorcycle explodes, or a drone blows up a Russian or something. I'll definitely send that. But I don't send like, gore. Gore is gore. It's in the insides of people and people, suffering and such. I may have sent you that video where the guy's on his bicycle and it looks like no big of a deal. He just kind of falls over like Biden did that time, just sort of a slow all the way to the left fall
like
over.
Mac.
But then a big truck just runs right over the top of his skull and his head explodes like a watermelon in a
That's the
YouTube
bad
video.
part.
And it looks like it scatters across the ground like you were playing dice with his brains. And there's a person walking by and they see it happen. And so you get to see their like real world reaction to seeing a person's
that's
head
a PSA for wearing a bike helmet. I've seen that.
Oh, big time. A bike helmet would have saved that person's life. I've seen people get their heads ran over that were wearing helmets and they lived.
Yeah, they're just retarded.
Wait, that's a styrofoam bike helmet? A motorcycle helmet might
I'm thinking motorcycle helmet. He was on
okay.
I don't remember if it was a bicycle or a motorcycle he was on.
Foam helmet's just going to soak up the blood.
This person's head just...
A full face motorcycle helmet will protect the skull. It won't even keep it attached, but that thing will be pristine afterwards.
You know what? The same exact thing is true of feet. They will be fine, but they'll be over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
I want
motorcycle accidents a lot.
I want a suit made out of whatever motorcycle boots are made out of. But why'd you stop at my fucking knee, bro? Like, keep going. Turn me into a crab.